Alrighty. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna save it. I've been saving these as incremental days, just so that I know which one is which. Yada yada yada. All that jazz. Okay, so keep starting off from where we were at from the previous day. We have pretty much everything basically textured. This is the basic texture with this, and the things we're going to work on today, we're going to get the bump for this color right here. We're going to make a material for the inside of this. Maybe we're going to project on a couple little dots on here, but not necessarily. And then we're going to do the bump map for right here, and the bump map for these. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4 stripes. 4 stripes on that particular object. And then once I do that, then I'm going to work on the sticker for this, and we're gonna do the. I'm gonna try to do that idea with getting the multiple layers with the actual sticker itself. But we'll see. We'll see if I can get that working or not. And actually, now that I look at it, I'm looking at this object again. That this back of this. So this is on the faceplate. Faceplate hole. Faceplate hole. All right. Faceplate hole. Alright, so what I might end up doing here is I'm going to make this editable. Actually, hold on. We are going to collapse all these. I'm going to take this faceplate hole, take it out, and then I'm going to take this out of the sub D. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this editable so that I can actually go ahead and have multiple colors on this particular object. And I might actually end up having to do that to some of the other NURBs that I created. So I'll make that editable. Now, as you can see, that it has turned into a polygon. And I have these right here. Faceplate hole. So here's the cap. Is actually its own polygon itself. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because when I look into it, and this will actually make it look really nice with the render too, because it gives it a little bit of a variation. It has a nice metallic look to it. There are some numbers in there or whatnot, but we're just going to kind of get the metallic look in there. And I think this is why you label things. I believe this is the lens. So I didn't finish doing this. So here is this. I think this is the regular matte. So this is the basic brown. And here is another matte, and this is the light brown. Lighter brown. Lighter basic brown. This is actually attached to this object right here. And I think those are the only ones that I don't have. I'm going to take this basic or basic metal and apply it to the cap. So now when we render it out, it's gonna pop out just a little bit more. And that might actually not work for what we want, so I'm going to make a gray color, give it some reflection and bring it down. Render region, render this out right here. There we go. Take this. See how it looks right here. So as we can see right now, that it is giving more of a depth. If it was brown, it would just be kind of blah. You wouldn't see very much. This whole faceplate is going to be a different color, so it's gonna help it pop out. This little ring right here is going to help it pop out a little bit more too. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so let's get going, and we're gonna make this. Rename this while we're here. Do this one be like inner face plate hole. Okay. All right. And then we're gonna put this back where the faceplate is. Bam, there we go. Okay, cool. Alrighty, let's work on these bump maps. Alright, so with these ones, I might have to do a couple different things. Depending. I probably am going to use this basic metal, and probably going to give this one and this one its own texture, just so that I can play around with getting the bump map for it. And we're going to open up the knob group, because that's the one we're working with. Okay. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to work on making this interesting ring thing right here. And so I'm going to open up there we go. I'm going to open up Photoshop. I'm going to make a 720 by 720 image. That's perfectly fine. We don't have to worry. That might be a little bit too big for what we want, but for right now, that'll be fine. All right, so I got that, and now I'm going to open up the images here for the side one. Okay, so I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to use it as a reference. And here we go. Here we go. Probably make that a little bit bigger. We're going to open up our navigation. We're going to see how big I can get this to be. inside the 720, and I'd probably get rid of. Okay. Oh, that should be good right there. Hold on 1 second. Cats out, out, cats. Cats out. Out. Out, out, out. There we go. Oh, Jimmy, sorry. I had to kick my cats out of the room. They are notoriously horrible with helping me with my work. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to go ahead and flatten this. Rasterize the layers. There we go. So now there's that layer. I'm going to go ahead and lock it. Get a new layer. And what I'm going to do is I'll be painting a bump, and the easiest thing to do would be to create an ellipse like this. Turn that down so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to slowly try to get it to a point where, there we go. We'll make this black line to be this edge right here. And then we're going to create a copy of that. But the color is, I'm going to make it white. And we're going to translate this down to right here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to create, okay, we'll probably get away with making a pen tool. Alright, there's that. And from there I can actually go ahead and edit this just so I can make sure that it is going over where I want it to be. Here's my history. Okay. We're going to make that on another layer. Pen tool. And turn off these two layers so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go in a little bit more. Actually, you know what we're going to do, let's go delete this. I'm going to create a new layer and I'll do the polygon lasso tool, and I'll just fill it right there, right there. Alright, and there goes right there. Close, there we go. Alrighty.